Wow. Wow. Honestly, wow. What was that? That was almost impressive in how predictable and shit it was. As the title says, listen, England, if you want to be successful, it has to start with Gareth Southgate, because I know that them players are more than capable of performing whatever it is that they're asked to perform. Every single player plays differently for their country than they do for their club. And what's the common denominator in that? Gareth Southgate. Now, actually, you see a lot of people playing better at international level because the tempo's slower than what you're used to seeing in the Premier League, so players often look better than they actually are. But Southgate manages to do the opposite. Now, pattern recognition, pattern setting is one thing, and I think that's one of the most obvious things. If a team, an individual, someone is setting a team up and they do the same thing repeatedly, well, that's their intention. Either deliberately or by accident, it is their intention that they play and perform that way. Because that's how it works. If they was doing the wrong thing, he would stop them doing the thing and he would change the thing that he's asking for them. And he would play the players who are likely to do the thing that he wants. Now, we have to deduce the 11 players that he started today's game with, the 11 players that started the last game, did exactly what Gareth Southgate wanted. In that performance where they started well, they took the lead, they then nearly conceded, nearly throwing that lead away. After that Serbia game, I said a better team is going to score that goal and end up taking the points off you because you've sat back. And that happened today in Denmark. Not loads better than Serbia, but better than Serbia, and therefore was able to not just get a point, but again, created loads of chances. I think they again had more shots than England and ended up almost getting the 3 points. Now, when I see the same thing happening time and time again, Gareth Southgate's teams take the lead, generally, it doesn't always happen, take the lead, sit back, lose the lead, and then ultimately, go on and either get knocked out or whatever. That is what the manager's after, because that is what he is selecting for. And Danny with a super chat there says, how was Gareth ever linked to the United job? Honestly sickened at the thought, because there isn't a single redeeming factor as to why I think he should be getting the managerial job at Manchester United. Kieran Gill says, wonder what Micah Richards, Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer are going to have a dig at Southgate. Was that wonder when? Maybe. Valerie says Denmark deserved to win. I thought it was a very, very even game. I think it'd be fair to say Denmark could have won it. I think England also had a chance that might have got them over the line, but I think it was a very even game. Now, on paper, it should not be an even game. England should absolutely wipe the floor with Denmark, but they didn't. Abner says, forget about England, what was your thoughts on our boys, Eriksen and Højlund? I thought Højlund had a quiet game. I thought Eriksen looked very good. And the same things happened time and time again. Like I said, start, score, sit back. That's the pattern. That's Gareth Southgate. Doesn't have the conviction to go and win a game. Doesn't have the conviction to be like, well done, started great, get a fucking second and get this game put to bed. Doesn't have that in him at all. Not a winner. And losers don't win. Again, no runners in behind. He did make substitutions with Watkins and Eze and Bowen that eventually got him runners in behind. Too little, too late. 180 minutes of football, you've had runners in behind for about 15 minutes of it, and you arguably look the most dangerous. I don't think it was the best football England played, but it was the most dangerous looking England had played. And I was trying to get this point across earlier. I shared a tweet which is 6 players come and show for the ball off Pickford from the previous game. And Pickford fucking sends it, and they don't end up winning the ball, and it ends up coming back. I think it goes long to Kane, doesn't win it, it comes back. This is the problem. Gareth Southgate probably has a hand in that the fucking England DNA bullshit that you get on your coaching courses. They want everyone to play a certain way. We want everyone to be playing out. But then the man in charge doesn't have the fucking conviction of his philosophy to demand that his team plays out. Sending the ball long from the goalkeeper when there's 6 options on. And again, I have to consider that as the tactic because that was repeated like 15 times in the Serbia game and quite a few tonight. And actually, maybe it even is the best tactic, but you're not set up to receive that tactic because everyone's coming short to play out. But Denmark pressed so much better than England did. So many times England failed to cross the halfway line with their playing out. Fucking nowhere near good enough, man. Nowhere near good enough. And that's on the manager. And then the other major problem, why is there this fucking agenda to squeeze Phil Foden into the team? What the fuck has Phil Foden ever done in an England shirt to deserve people fawning over him and asking for him to come and be the saviour of this England team? Why? Why are people doing that? Why are you demanding Phil Foden playing the 10? Phil Foden playing the 10. Move Jude Bellingham into the 8 and play Phil Foden in the 10. Let me give you some data from this season. 13 games on the left, 20 games on the right, 9 games down the middle. Why are people demanding that this individual, who in 40 games played less than 25% of them, as a number 10? Why? And also, as a number 10 in a team that plays completely different football to the way England play. Why? Why are people demanding a player that does not play 75% of his football as a number 10, playing as a number 10? And move others around to fucking accommodate him when he's done fuck all in an England shirt. You can't, or there's no point playing an out-and-out number 10 when Harry Kane is your number 9, because he's basically like a number 10. But like we've always said with Gareth Southgate, you have a man that wants to pit all of these fucking people into his team and doesn't have a fucking clue how to set his team up. I told you before the start of the tournament, if this is the team that is rumoured to be going with, and guess what? It fucking was. There are no runners in behind. Kane wants the ball to feet. Bellingham wants the ball to feet. Saka wants the ball to feet, even though he's the most capable of running in behind out of that lot. He still kind of wants it to feet. Foden wants it to feet. You have nobody to run in behind. And even after the season he had, Marcus Rashford would be a far more effective option on that side. But even if you say, take my United hat off, I don't give a fuck. Put Bowen there, put Gordon there, because I don't care. I'm passionate about this because it's fucking shit and I had loads of people arguing with me. Fucking hell. No runners in behind. Why must he be accommodated? Shearer mentioned it. He said Kane needs runners around him. It started to smell like a witch hunt on Harry Kane to me in the post-match analysis. Kane was bad. Oh, Kane, yeah, his end of his saying, oh, yeah, you have to figure out Kane's got to play better. Kane's got to do this. That. Okay, cool. Kane's just fucking shagged in a load of goals for Bayern Munich. Maybe look at the way they play. They have an identity and a style of play. And Harry Kane just came and slotted right into that style of play. Maybe look at a fucking manager, because you're all dancing around the subject of why is this England team a bit dysfunctional, and not one of these pundits has had the bollocks to say, does this fucking clown know what he's doing? Because he's setting a team up to play out and asking the keeper to go long. He's setting a team up that wants to sit back and absorb pressure once they get one goal up but hasn't got any fucking runners. Do you know what that's like? That's like robbing a bank and getting the bus home. It's fucking dumb. They've got no runners. They want to play a striker who operates in between the lines and have nobody going in beyond him. Honestly, getting Middlesbrough relegated was the fucking peak of that fuckwit's career. He's done nothing to deserve this shit. Nothing. Not a fucking solitary thing which you can pin and say, do you know what? Gareth Southgate has earned the right to be the most highly paid international manager in the fucking world for that shit that he puts out. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Sitting back and playing on the counter with no runners. Have you ever heard something as fucking dumb in your life? We talked about France the other day and how France have got a defensive setup. France will let you have the ball. They go in a 4-4-2 low block. They're fucking good at it. Griezmann's excellent at it. He's done it his entire career near enough. Playing for Simeone. Thrives in it. But what do they have? They have an elite creator, one, that's going to operate in between the lines like that, Griezmann. And then they have two very, very functional, almost a bit fucking boring defensive midfielders in Rabiot and Kante. And they don't give a fuck. Tchouameni, what did you show us them medals? Don't care, sit the fuck down. What's that? Camavinga, what did you win this year? Oh, the fucking Champions League. Yeah, don't care. Sit the fuck down. Play Rabiot. Because he's got some bollocks about him. And he says, this is how I'm playing. France will let you have the ball. France will go, there you go. But what do they have on the counter? Mbappe, which I don't know if you know anything about Mbappe, but the fucker can move. And so can Thuram. And so can Dembele. So they have players on the fucking move. They have a style of play and it works. Everything is designed around that style of play. Everything's synced in. Whereas with England, they don't have a fucking pot of glue what's going on. It's like... I'm hoping this doesn't cause chaos because I think these books are propping something up under it. It's like he's read this book and gone, oh yeah, I'll have a bit of that. Yeah, how to defend in a 4-4-2. Yeah, I like that one. That works. Yeah. And then he's gone, oh, Bielsa. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, come and get the ball nice and deep. Yeah, I like that. I'll use a bit of that as well. And then he's gone, oh yeah, Pep Guardiola. Let's pass it around a little bit. Play number 10s and move through 4-3-3. Yeah, I like that. And decided to try and play all three at the same time. Those guys are at the top of their game because they have a fucking style of play and they go, can you play my style of play? No, get the fuck out. MK Dizzle says, Steve, they're top of the group and unbeaten. Let's get not get our knickers in a knot just yet. Right. If you only look at binary results like that and you have no deeper than surface level analysis, you'll go through life forever wondering why certain things happened. Football is a low scoring game, which means it's the game where upsets happen the most. You can't just analyze the result alone. The result it's the most important of all of the stats. But you can't analyze a result alone to say if someone's doing a good job or a bad job. This is a guy that's 8 fucking years. 8 years. Some of these players probably just about picking up football when he took over as manager of England. These people have been through the system that was underneath him as England players. And he's in 8 years, 8 fucking years, by the way, hasn't managed to implement a single style of play. Now, 1 year in, 2 years in, by your 3rd year, you really should be having a style of play, knowing what your system is. 8 years in a part-time fucking job. Let's have a look at some of the super chats. Whitbird says, looks like a manager that wants his best friends to get sacked. But greater than things, worrying times. For greater, I don't know what that line means. Rune says, Southgate does what Sven did, just names Foden, Trent and Jude. Maybe, yeah. Jamie Robertson says he's not even a championship level of manager. Yep. Jay says he was wanted at United because he's a yes man. I think you might be right, mate. Abhinav says Southgate is Cheshire League level. I fucking school him with an equal team. I'll put this on the record. I'm fucking better than Gareth Southgate. My team have an identity and I'm managed at level fucking 13. And I have an hour with them a week. I haven't had a fucking training camp like this with them. Fucking hell. Ben says, right back playing left back, right back playing DM, and attacking midfielder playing left wing. All we need to know. Vic says, what's 8 by 8 million quid? It's all right, I reckon. He's probably okay for the rent. Thoughts on Trent? Lost. Just fucking lost. That decision alone should make someone at the FA just be like, can I have a word with you in this room over here, please? Away from everybody else. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Twice. Like, it's not like he's even tried this shit in the friendlies in the build-up to this. He's just decided to just fucking dunk it on everyone and be like, ta-da, make that work. Imagine, so, Roy Keane had a great story about how, I think it was Craig Gordon he's talking about when he was at Sunderland, concedes a goal from a free kick and Keane taking a piss out of him. He's like, right, I'm going to let the lads take free kicks on me. Ends up saying he thinks he lost the dressing room because, you know, he ended up saving all the free kicks from the lads and taking the piss out of the goalkeeper at the same sort of time. Roy Keane says he lost the dressing room. Now, I wonder if you can lose the dressing room by playing, and like, players aren't dumb, man. No matter how media trained their answers are in front of the camera, players are fucking ruthless. You don't get to be international level footballers without knowing what a good footballer is generally, especially when you're playing against them. I think players are very good judges of other footballers generally. Now, whether or not you get the truth out of them, I think when you do get the truth out of them, they're very good judges of players and quite harsh with their judgments as well. Now, I think the lads that have been sitting on the bench for England are sitting there going, Trent's fucking turd. And I'm sitting on the bench here. And that might even be the likes of Mainu and Wharton that are sitting on the bench, or Gallagher, or the ones that are at home that didn't even make the fucking plane. Burnside is back with Super Chat, says, hyperbole around the side never helps. You've got good footballers going for 100 mil, former players spouting wibble like they're the best in class in every position. Genuinely hate watching England. I hate watching England, but I think it's a different kind of, mine's an actual hate watch, whereas you hate watching them, I hate watch them. Yeah, you're right. And I mean, I said this at the start of the tournament, or might have even said it in my preview. I've definitely fucking said it. Like, people are over-hyping this England team. There's some really good players in there. Harry Kane's a really good player. Bellingham's a really good player. And I think Rice is a good player. Outside of that, where's the genuine talent? Like, I don't see the hype in Saka. I never really felt the hype in Saka. The centre-halves, okay. System players, really. Stones especially. Gay's had a decent tournament. But, you know, this is not Sol Campbell and Rio, like 2002. Where, you know, Rio was in with a shout of being one of the best centre-halves in world football. Nobody's saying that about fucking Mark Gay and John Stones, I hope. I really hope. You know, no one's thinking fucking Trent is a patch on Steven Gerrard, let alone fucking Paul Scholes in centre of midfield. There's so much more to play in midfield than being able to fucking hit a diag. It's genuinely like fucking Sunday league level management. Like, someone's just gone, oh, we can fucking bang a diag over the top, can we? Fucking have some of that. Fuck me. MK Diesel says, what's my 11 and system? Do I have to only select the players that we've got? If it's got to be on the players that we've got. Joshua Boa says, in his Calvin Phillips quote, Notch quote tweeted my tweet earlier with what I thought was a joke. Please tell me that he didn't say we've not got a replacement for Calvin Phillips. I thought that was a parody. Please tell me that's not what he said. Please tell me that's not what he said. Because honestly, you definitely need to just pull him into a room and be like, just fuck off. I saw Arsene Wenger in the hotel the other day. See what he's doing. He'll do it for a couple of mil, I'm sure. No, he said that. He said that, did he? Did he actually said it? Oh my fucking God, he said it. Oh my fucking God, he said it. Unless you lot are winding me up. No, he fucking didn't. Please. I hope the BBC have just been like, excuse me, what the fuck is that? No. I thought Notch, I thought you were winding me up. I thought that was one of Notch's sarcastic fucking tweets. Shit the bed. You can't write comedy like that. That is Brendan Rodgers, David Brent level of fucking mental quotes. Wow. Dan Norman says, and he says Trent was an experiment. Pundits, lads, you need to do better. You need to do fucking better. You need to be like, excuse me, that's a load of old bollocks, and that's a load of old bollocks, and that's a load of old bollocks. Honestly, I can't actually. I thought that was a wind-up. That's absolutely fantastic. That has made my fucking night. Anyway, while I regain composure, watch this. It's a season that celebrates all the fathers in the world, and we want to give a special shout out to our amazing partner, Exeter, whose innovative wallet designs are changing the game for dads everywhere. With Exeter's signature trigger mechanism, accessing cards becomes a breeze. There is no more rummaging around like you're looking for buried treasure. And for those protective dads worried about privacy, Exeter has you covered with all the RFID blocking technology, ensuring your sensitive information is safe from digital pickpockets. But that's not all, because Exeter's commitment to the environment shines through. All the wallets are crafted from sustainable materials like vegan Italian leather and space-grade aluminium. Another grand finale, a rechargeable tracking device. Your wallet will take the lead with its own GPS-powered game plan. Every charge lasts up to 6 months and a magnetic charging cable is included. Ready to step up Dad's wallet game? Click the link in the description to snag an incredible 45% off using the code Howson, that's HOWSON, at checkout. Do not miss on this unbeatable deal. It's the one Dad won't want to miss. Right, we are back. Let me have a look at the chat and the comments. Josh says, "Hey, this, I got a genius idea. Maybe, just maybe, play an FA Cup winning midfielder who plays in the midfield over a right back." Well, that's the sort of crazy talk that's not going to land you in the England job anytime soon, is it? Hindu Kid says, "Did I notice that all the rival fans still keep asking about United hiring Southgate in January or later? It's because they know he's utter garbage." You're fucking right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's exactly why they're saying that. They have no other reason. Like, you bang on, mate. You're absolutely fucking bang on. Merrick says, "Do I think Southgate is better than Tony Pulis?" No, I don't. Because I think Tony Pulis had a style of play and he tried to find a system that worked. Tony Pulis is a winner, right? Whether you think he's a good manager or not, the top and bottom of it is Tony Pulis sat there and went, how can I find a way to win a game? And Gareth Southgate's never done that. Abhinav says, "Imagine Ashworth talking to Ten Hag now over transfers after he apparently recommended Southgate, if you believe reports." I wonder how much of it was a plant just to see. Apna says, "Spain versus Italy time sounds like a fun match. We're going to go right up to the wire on that one, and then I'm going to bounce. So stick around. We'll do another 4 minutes or so, and then we'll go and watch Spain and Italy, because I agree, it does sound like a fun match." Lollipop says, "Southgate's the biggest drip ever." Glenn says, "Pulis, like Allardyce, was successful at what they do." I agree. Yeah, and I think they've got a style of play. And you might not want it at your club. You might not think it's a good style of play, but it was at least a consistent style of play. Southgate's kind of got 3 different systems in his head and is incapable of because it would require him making a fucking decision. He won't commit to any of those styles of play. So what you get is England playing fucking no style of play and just trying to fucking figure it out. Ross says, "Kane 1 touch in the box, fouled more than shots." Jamster says, "Rice 6, Jude 8, Foden 10. Why? What has Foden done to be gifted the number 10 shirt and actually do anything with it? Like, what has he done? He's done fucking nothing in an England shirt." Derek says, "At least this round, England press can't blame any United player." That was a bonus, I would admit. That was a bonus. Thomas says, "Is Southgate on the list as worst ever England manager?" What's mad is he's like rated by some people as like the best ever, including fucking Ramsey. Super Baconcraft says, "Steve, why did the pundits criticise the attacking Kane? In my opinion, the issue was midfield. Too much talent, not enough workers." Totally agree. Sad Sack says, I didn't think Stephen liked England. I don't like England. Look, I don't understand how people have so much fucking trouble with this. I watch football. I like football. I live in England. I am surrounded by fucking helmets who want to talk about England, and I have opinions on England. Like, I also went to a France-Austria game this week. I don't support them either. I don't understand the issue. I have a football channel. You are free to tune in or not tune in as much as you like, as I'm free to have a fucking opinion on the national team of the fucking place where I live, if that's all right with you. Do I think the English FA will extend Southgate for World Cup 2026? Fucking maybe. Southgate, so the full quote was, "Southgate, we don't have a natural replacement for Calvin Phillips. We're trying different things." Have you tried anything that's good? Maybe start there. Maybe start with trying a good idea rather than the bad ideas that you have tried. Fucking hell. Sarah Pick says, "So does Pep get credit for getting players like Foden look good?" No. I mean, Foden's a good player, right? Foden's a genuinely good technical footballer. And he suits the system that that Manchester City play like a fucking dream. Do I think that Foden could do the sort of things that Musiala's been doing for Germany? I think he's got the technical ability to, yeah. I think he probably could, right? That doesn't mean that you just give him the number 10. Everything starts with the system. And then you find the players that fit the system. What Southgate is doing is the same version of what fucking Sven did when it was like, let's get Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard, and David Beckham into a midfield, flat midfield four. When at the time, you basically had a United midfield three that, I mean, it's probably a little bit later on. It was Steve McLaren by 2008. But you basically had a United midfield three that was winning the Champions League and the Premier League, and you didn't think to play them for England. Just think about how fucking dumb that is. They know the role. You've got a 6, 8 and 10 that work that position. And then all England, because England had a good defence. They had a solid defence from Ashley Cole to Rio. Probably need another centre-half. Let's say Wes Brown. And then you had that midfield three. Rooney up top. Find some wingers. And just play like United do. I mean, to be fair, even Chelsea played a more defensive version of what United did. But there was options, do you know what I mean? Fucking dumb. Am I coming back after the Spain and Italy game? No. Probably not. I'm gonna go watch it and enjoy. But anyway, that's it from me. Take it easy. I'll put the link into the comments if you want to go and check out the extra wallet. It's a really good wallet, actually. And that little GPS tracker. You use it, or at least I use it. Am I thick? Because I use it. I use it a lot. But let me know what you think about that and all the rest of that sort of stuff. And I will see you lot in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.